Hey guys, I'm Raganark. This is my first video since the launch of Battle for Azeroth. I decided to main Demonology Warlock, level him up, had a hell of a good time, questing through Xanderla, eventually killed Turris, had fun exploring the new zones and the new dungeons, doing the new island expeditions, which is really cool. Did some questing, dungeons, PvP, and even some mountain climbing with this new demonology gate fix they made so you can climb mountains with. Yeah, this expansion's feeling pretty awesome so far. There are a few hiccups, like a few quest bugs here and there, and some items that still haven't been scaled down correctly, but overall it's still pretty good. I was lucky enough to have a smooth launch with no crashes or lag. However, there were a few servers that did go down, but overall it was the smoothest expansion launch Blizzard have ever done, so hats off to Blizzard for doing a great job on that launch. The only thing I'm not liking so far about the expansion is some of the Azerite gear. It's always exciting to get the Azerite gear, but then it's not so exciting when you're continuously getting the exact same trait every single time. Like, it's great if it's a good trait, but still, you'd like to carry a few pieces around in your bag just to carry a few different variety of traits. But all the pieces I'm carrying seem to have the exact same traits on it every time. So hopefully they fix that up soon and make it so you get a little bit more variety when it comes to the Azerite traits. Other than that, I do like the neck side of things. So the Heart of Azeroth neck piece levels up with your artifact level, as you guys probably know already, but what you may not know is once you're above level 10, you can actually go to see Magni. Now Magni is in Silithus, so he is also an emissary, so you might get an emissary for the Champions of Azeroth faction. And people say in the trade all the time, even I've asked it before I knew, you hand this in Silithus, so just be aware of that, guys. And that's where Magni is. You hand it in to him, and he will upgrade your artifact by 15 item levels. I think every 10 artifact levels. I'm not sure because I haven't hit level 20 yet, but still a big boost. And notice mine has intellect on it. Before you're level 10, you won't have your main stat. It will just be those secondary stats. So definitely worth upgrading. So I'm loving this. Just hope Blizzard make it so we see a bit more variety in the traits, and hopefully they'll add some more traits in future patches. Right, so it's still about 2 weeks away before the raids and Mythic Plus and Warfronts unlock and the raid PvP season. So you're probably wondering, all right, once I hit 120, what do I do then? Well, you got plenty of things to do. You've got one, level alts. If you want more than one 120, go nuts. Level as many as you want. If you prefer to stick to a main and hardcore the main, there's plenty to do on your main as well. Alright guys, first thing you want to do is once you hit 120 is make sure you have world quests ready to unlock. So to do that, you can do this while you're leveling. You can easily just go in and make sure you're friendly with the three factions here. For Horde it's Talangis, it's the Voldani and the Zendalari Empire, and you notice they're the three zones that you quest in. So as you do about 20 quests in each of the zones, maybe 30, and you'll be friendly just from that many quests. Obviously do them all and you'll be well into honoured by the time you finish that. Once you've done that, you go down to the war campaign. So for Horde it's the Thanos, Alliance it's over in Tiragard Sound, just over here, down there. And once you do that, they'll send you to the enemy faction and they'll have a quest for each zone that you can do. So you go into the first one, do the first few little quests there, and then eventually you'll get sent back to your main one, and then you can do the other two. Once you've done all those, bam, you got your world quests unlocked. And if you still have your little flight whistle handy, make sure you still have that in your bag, because that flight whistle will still work when you unlock world quests, which will make getting around a lot easier before flying's in the game. The next thing you should do is dungeons. So you want to queue for heroics as they reward 325 gear. However, you must be 305 item level to queue for them. Now there is a way around that. If you're not 305, what you can do is you can group up with 5 friends, guildies, randoms, whoever. As long as you've got a tank, a heal, and 3 DPS, you can just go to the actual dungeon entrance, like Zuldazar for example, and you can go in, set it to heroic, and go in just like you do on Mythic, and you can do it, and then that bypasses that item level requirement, provided you are gear enough to actually clear the dungeon, and then you'll gear up way faster getting 325 pieces than the normal 310 pieces. Another thing I should recommend you do between now and the raids is level up your profession. So for me, for example, I got herbalism and alchemy. The reason I got herbalism is because I like gathering herbs. I like gathering, saves me a lot of gold not having to buy them, and they will go really well with the alchemy profession. And the reason I choose alchemy is because I can supply myself flasks and potions, give them to friends and guildies if they need them, and it's also really good at making gold. It's one of the professions that will always make you gold because people are always going to need potions and flasks. Every single raid they do and Mythic Plus they do, they're going to want potions and flasks. Even PvPers in Battlegrounds will need potions and flasks now that they're enabled again in Battle for Azeroth. It's a very valuable profession to pick up if you guys are not sure what profession to use in BFA. Alchemy is always a safe bet no matter what. Get this up to as high as you can, guys. Once you level it up, you can unlock more cool recipes like cauldrons, for example, in this one. But for blacksmithing, you can unlock cool weapons, and inscription, you can get cool trinkets and cool glyphs. So definitely level those up. You can easily do it within a few weeks. All you do is just spend a few hours, go farm the gathering materials you need, whether it's ore or skins or herbs or whatnot, and then craft as much as you can. If you got the gold, just buy mats, level it up even faster, and that way you're all prepared to go by the time the raid and the Mythic Plus and the PvP season comes around. And if you're on top of all those things, one thing you can also work for, which everyone will probably want to work for, is the Battle for Azeroth Pathfinder Part 1. So this will give you the faster mount speed, and eventually this quest will be a requirement for flying, eventually when flying comes into Battle for Azeroth, which is likely 8.2, I reckon. So Zandalar Forever, that's basically completing all the story quests in all of the zones, well, in all of your factions, continents, zones, so obviously the achievement would be called something different for Alliance, but same sort of deal. Then you've got Explorer of the zones, then you've got the Diplomat, which is getting revered with all six factions. Then Wide World of Quests, complete 100 world quests, and Ready for War, that's the war campaign quests in the enemy factions continent. So complete all those. You could easily do this in 3 to 4 weeks, even if you don't have much time. The thing that's probably going to take you the longest is the rep here. Being revered will take some time, but the easiest way to do that is to do as many world quests and normal quests as you can to get rep for all of those, and always do the emissary. So even if you're really short of time, just try and make some time to do those emissary quests, because they reward 1500 rep. They're the most optimal way of leveling up per time you spend on the game. And yeah, if you can do all those things, then good on you. Level some more ults or something, because I doubt you'll be able to do all those things before the raids and stuff are out. So, but that'll give you something to do in the meantime. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give me a like and a sub, and I will see you into the next video. It's going to make some more PvP dungeons and raid videos, and I'll bring a new demonology guide. And for you enhancement shaman fans, I'm going to level up an enhancement shaman just for you guys to make a guide on that as well. Thank you very much, guys. See you next time.